So?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What is the effort to be the same character 10 years after, but having 60 years less? 60 years less.
I know,
You feel younger?
that does sound a problem, doesn't it? Well, it would be if it weren't that Gandalf is actually 7,000 years old. So I think 60 years doesn't make much difference, and I didn't worry about that at all. I am myself 10 years older, and so I did try and put a spring in my step every so often. But it's basically the same Gandalf. He looks the same, he sounds the same, it's the same sort of preoccupations. There's a bit more fun, I think, for Gandalf in this. And it is Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
In the Lord of the Rings, there's also Gandalf the White, who, when Gandalf the Grey comes back to life, as it were. But this is the familiar wizard with the pointy hat who likes to have a good time, even as he's looking after Middle Earth. And
you enjoyed making the movie. It feels.
Well, how could you not, really? It's a peach of a job. To go to New Zealand, I don't know if you've ever been, but it's a beautiful place, and you get out on location a lot filming. And then in this little town, Wellington, there is world-class cinema taking place in amazing studios, and you can live very close to your work, and you can be part of the little town, but utterly absorbed in the filming. Very high standards all the way around, from the camera work to the scenery to the costumes. They're amazing craftsmanship, and all the saw. Everything is so brilliantly done, and Peter Jackson in charge of it all. And then you're doing Tolkien, and then beyond that, you've got an audience who want to see the film. Yeah. So, I mean, what's wrong with it? There's nothing.
Thinking about this, I was thinking, is you as Sir Alec Guinness, a great English actor with the Shakespeare background that becomes popular to the younger for a saga, Star Wars in this case, and this. And what is the effort? And you think that it is good to bring people to the theaters?
Well, it would be very nice, wouldn't it, if someone had enjoyed me as Gandalf and thought, I wonder what else he's done. And that's why I have a website to take people back into my career, because a lot of it's recorded on DVD. You can see me as Macbeth and Iago and King Lear and other parts. There's no contradiction in my mind between playing Macbeth with Judi Dench, which I did to 100 people in Stratford-upon-Avon, and playing Gandalf to millions of people around the world. The jobs may be different, but what connects them is that both jobs are worth doing. They're different in style, but as long as the standard of the writing and everyone involved is high, then I'm happy. I've also been in the longest running soap opera in the United Kingdom, Coronation Street. I was happy to do that for 10 weeks because the work there is quite different, of course, from Macbeth or The Hobbit, but the standard is high. That's the judgment that I make, and I don't see any difference really between all this work, and it's a stimulus to me to do something different.
Yeah. What is the main difference for you between Frodo and Bilbo, from the actors to the character? What do you think?
Well, Bilbo, who is the first Hobbit that Gandalf deals with, he's known as a young boy. It's referenced in the film. He said that when you were a little boy, you liked going on adventures. You were always exploring. You were looking for elves in the woods. What's happened to you? You've grown up to be such a boring, settled man who's just interested in staying at home and reading his books. Come on, get out. Enjoy life. Discover a world beyond Hobbiton. So you can tell he loves hobbits, and this particular one he sees has got some merits, but he's got to help him to achieve that. And that's true, Bilbo changes, and for the better probably, well certainly. Frodo, the nephew, Gandalf lands on because he assumes he's going to be as lively as Bilbo turned out to be. But the real challenge is Bilbo. How am I going to get this hobbit back into the excitement of life? Frodo seems to be ready to go on an adventure, and so I think that's the basic difference. But of course the difference is that Frodo doesn't come home. He gives his life to Middle-earth. Bilbo doesn't have to do that.
Thank you very much, and
Okay.
the best for you.
Thank you very much, and to you.